I've got my friend here. We're going to be interviewing Halzred today, and Halzred is a legend in his own right. Just a little bit about him is that he's won the one of the montage contests. I believe it was 2016 montage competition for H2 the Halo Forum, and he's also been making videos since like 2004. So like right when everybody started making videos. So he's one of the first to actually start making videos, and we're actually going to get him on the line. Can you give us your contact info? If you want people to reach you and to follow you, your contact info, your Twitter, your Instagram, or however you want to get contacted.
Sure. Yeah, sure. If you guys want to see my videos, you could go to Halzred, Halzred, on YouTube. I have a couple of new videos up on there. I don't know if I'm going to do any more. But yeah, that's how you can look at my stuff. If not, just search Halzred on YouTube. I got a bunch of old stuff on there too.
Well, he needs no real introduction. I mean, he's a legend. It's a pleasure to absolutely to speak to this man. He's gonna come on right now, and we're gonna give him a call right now.
Hello.
Hello, Halzred.
What's up, man? How you doing?
How are you? I'm good. I'm
good, man.
Well, I'm okay. You know, that Corona shot has got me pretty weak, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's like my power is being drained.
Yeah, man. I heard that second shot is it's a real beast, man.
It's quite a doozy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I introduced you for everybody at the beginning of the video, and I just wanted to let you kind of talk and tell us about the history that you have with the community, because you're a very long time member. You're not just a legend. You're more of like you're like an like an icon or a sage, in the universe here, because your account is basically almost 20 years old. So
yeah, wow, yeah. I mean, that's high praise. Yeah, I guess I mean, where to begin? It's kind of it's a little complicated, I guess. But where I get to on joining that forum, I guess I would say there's a kind of a couple of different networks that I got through to get there, and ended up following Rippon onto that forum. And when I joined that forum, I think I was like maybe like the 50th member.
So you're one of the first members of the Halo forum. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
Yeah.
For everybody that doesn't know, because I know who Rippon is, but some people might not know who Rippon is. Can you explain who Rippon is and why he's?
Rippon is basically one of the best Halo 1 players of all time. He's from Utah, and he was, I mean, basically one of my biggest inspirations in getting into doing what I did while I was involved in the Halo community. When I found out about Rippon, I found out about Nakamura, and I kind of just like followed their trail and found out about Halo 2 forum and ended up getting involved with that. And I signed up pretty early. And yeah, I think I was like the 50th, or I mean, I think I was like 50 something for like the member. But yeah, I mean, once I found out about what they were doing there, I mean, Rippon was sponsored by that website, so okay. I was really interested about that, and I got involved with getting into there, and just kind of like seeing what that was all about. And
Was that
yeah,
when
I don't know.
was he the one running the site at the time?
Yeah, Z was always the one running the site.
It was like
And
around
so
2011 when he kind of left, right? Somewhere around there.
I'm
I don't
not
think you were
sure.
around there.
Yeah, I'm not sure when he left the site. I mean, I had heard, I think it was in like 2014 that some guys had bought the site from him.
Right.
Um, but yeah, at the very beginning, I mean, Zolak, that's his name. He was running the site for a very long time, and yeah, he had actually gotten a hold of some people like Rippon and Dimdez and some a couple of other people, maybe Waka, I'm not sure.
And
And
all these names are all like they're all pretty much the pioneers of the montage scene for for the Halo forum and for Halo the Halo series in general. They led the wave and started the movement to create Halo montages like you see now, like you see with Wizard and you see with Legacy and all those amazing videos that are out now.
yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I mean, I bought Halo like I bought Halo 2 when it came out, and I mean that was just like a. I mean, I had played Halo 1 a lot on PC, but like when Halo 2 came out and they had Xbox Live and all that, it was a big thing because it was just like, damn, this is fun. Like we're able to like connect a lot easier than it was on Halo 1 PC. So when I started doing that, uh, I came across Nakamura's first montage, and that was a big turning point for me. And I mean, that's really what led me down the rabbit hole of montages and what got me to Halo 2 forum. I mean, when you find out about Nakamura, you're not gonna not find out about Rippon. I mean, so when I found out about Rippon, it was easily tracing myself right to Halo 2 forum. So yeah, those guys are legends in my mind. And yeah, I mean, Zolak, I mean, was sponsoring a lot of people back then. I think I think like Nocturnal was maybe sponsored by them.
Well, I just remember the name Halzred in the videos I used to watch back in the day, and I downloaded this the greatest frag movies of all time collection for Halo, and your videos were on there, and I'm like, oh, I remember him. Yeah, I'm gonna download his videos, and that's how I ended up doing those reaction videos to your videos. But I remember you. I remember your videos were one of the first that I've seen, and they were really neat. They were really awesome. And it's amazing to see somebody who was a part of the community from the very beginning come back to the community after such a long kind of hiatus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed my time early on. I mean, like I said, like I was so inspired by those guys that I really I got to know Nakamura really well, and he told me about his setup for capturing videos, and I found out about that, and I got set up, and I started making videos, and I got really into it, and I mean, I became a pretty good player actually, and I played pretty well for a while.
Well, the thing that's special about you is you're not just a player. You're also an editor. So you do a little bit of both.
Yeah, and it was like I think it was like a year or maybe yeah, probably a year after the game had come out already. I had taken Halo pretty seriously. I mean, I was only in high school, but I had told my dad I was like, this is my focus right now besides school, and I had been sponsored by a couple of things and was able to be sent out to a couple of MLG events, and
Wow.
I didn't. Yeah, and I wasn't. placing very well. So after I think 3 or 4 MLG events, I ended up stopping, and I ended up just being an editor for a couple of months, really. And then after that, I just stopped.
Those MLG events are just totally different. It's a totally different atmosphere when you actually get to them. I've been to one, MLG Chicago, which was in St. Charles, so it wasn't anywhere near Chicago. But I remember being really grateful to being able to attend an MLG event, and what's called yeah, I didn't do very well myself either. It was for Halo 2, and what's called but I got to see Final Boss, and I got to see Straight Rippon and all the guys, which was nice.
Yeah, man. The first one I went to was in Anaheim, and it was actually at the resort that hosts all the people that go to Disneyland. That was kind of interesting. But that one was pretty uneventful for me. It was like, I think it was like after I had released the montage. I don't remember what montage it was, but there was a video I released right before that, and it was super intimidating for me at that event because they called my. So I don't know if anyone's familiar, but like at any MLG event, everyone has to play FFA, and that's how you get seeded. So you play an FFA event, and that's how your team gets seeded. So I was called to an FFA event. They called Halzred. I had placed a video a couple months before in the H2F forums or whatever, and I got bombarded at my station, and it was super intimidating, and I did terrible. And I got our team.
What do you mean you got bombarded?
I mean, so like when you're at the event, you're like you're kind of just like wandering around, and then you're waiting for your name to be called to go to a station to play an FFA event to get your seed for your team. And so we would be walking around, and you would just be like, all right, I hope I hear my name soon, and then they'll tell me where I'm going to go. And so I finally heard my gamer tag be called, and so I went to my station. I run to my station, and then, like, I don't know, you look at and, I guess this would be a humble brag, but, I went to my station, and there was like 40 or 50 people that ran up to my station and wanted to watch me play.
Ooh,
and it was super intimidating, and
right,
I did terrible, and it was awful, and I mean, the rest of that event was awful. But I had a couple other events with different teammates that went really well. I had a team with Icebane, Cheesehead, and Mike Man, and we made the pro bracket, so that was good. But after that, I mean, that was kind of it for me.
Now, do they place you into teams randomly, like, or
no?
I was under the impression you knew. Oh, so it's just your seed, like your ranking, like where you're gonna, who you're gonna play against to determine.
Yeah. So if you're not a professional, you have to play in the FFA tournament to determine where you're going to be at to play.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, it was. I mean, it's intimidating when you're an amateur.
How old were you?
I think I was 16.
Yeah, I bet. All those eyes on you, man.
Yeah, it sucked. I mean, I made a good video, and then I mean, it was weird, like, because I showed up, and my buddy was really good friends with Straight Rippon, and so we showed up and we scrimmaged them in the morning, and I don't know, that was fine because they had no idea who I was because they don't watch montages,
Right.
But the day after that, it was complete bombardment on my part. So that was a really hard tournament for me. After that, I did a couple more, and I was just like, this isn't for me. I decided to kind of just stop playing, and I really got into editing, and I really liked that. And I started editing Talent's montage, and I decided that I really liked that aspect of it a lot more. It was a lot less stressful, I'll tell you that. And it was fun. and I really liked creating videos. So I started doing that, and I did that for probably a year, and then I stopped, and I think I just checked in one time onto the Halo forum, and I do every once in a while. Not as much anymore, but back then I did, and I checked in and I saw that they had bought the forum from Z. I think Invincible bought it from him,
Yeah.
and they were throwing a tournament, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, man. Like I was really excited. Like the new game was coming out. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna try to get involved in this community again, and I made a video. It was, terribly received. I probably was out of the scene for like 10 years.
What year was
Uh,
this?
uh, Shit,
Like
man.
2013,
Probably,
2014?
I think it was 2014 or 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a video, and it got pummeled in the ground, and it was, completely fine. Like, I understand where that was coming from. But I got really upset about it.
I
So
bet that
I,
lit some fire under you. Because
yeah, I did.
you ended up coming a few years later and winning the actual montage competition that was hosted by the Halo Forum in 2016 with Hyena.
Yeah, man, that was a really proud moment for me. I've gotten two fifth place finishes in the uh, montage contests. So, but that was years and years ago.
How were the
So
montage contests back in the day, man? Tell us about that.
they were crazy. Like I was saying earlier, when I released the biggest video of mine was my fifth montage, and that got me a lot of attention. But around that time was when that forum was really peaking, and so you would go onto that forum and you would see like 600 people on at a time, and you'd release a video, and there was no YouTube back then.
Right, yeah.
So like Zolak had a program where you would just download it through his website, right? So you would, back then you would just track your views on basically who's downloading your videos, because there's no way to track your views back then. So,
Right.
The thing was back then is you were really excited to see a download. So you would see It Was Luck came out with his montage that won the contest that year in 2006, which is one of my favorite videos of all time.
Well, which
that
one
would
is that
have,
one? Number
I
5?
think it's number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah, and I could give you a list of my favorite ones here too if you want. But you would look at that video and there'd be like 15,000 downloads, and that was unheard of.
Yeah.
And so back then, that's kind of how you gauged it, and it was a lot of fun, man.
Back then, not everyone had a computer in their house, and stuff like that. That wasn't like a normal thing, That was predating the smartphone, and the computer was just kind of like, just coming out. It was, I don't know if it was it still AOL dial-up back then?
Man, I know
we're
there was a
going way
lot of
back right now.
well, there was a lot of AIM. That's how we all talk to each other.
Everyone talked on AIM. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like unlimited file size that you could send through AIM, which was awesome.
Yeah, that's how I sent Z all of my montages. Yeah, it was mostly AIM and just the forum, really, and then private messaging on that platform, really. It was was a crazy time. It's weird to think about that now back then because it's like it's so
Well,
different
well,
now.
you know,
Like if there
just
was YouTube back then, it would be so much crazier of what we were doing. You'd have, I think, you would have a lot more exposure. You know?
oh my god, of course. I've talked about like how like the views translate from like because I was doing videos in 2008 all the way to 2012. So like I think about like back then the YouTube had only been around for 4 or 5 years, so the user base was real low. You know.
I know. Yeah, I know. And gosh, I mean, I used to go to a lot of tournaments in Colorado, and we used to film a bunch of stupid things and like put them on YouTube just to like share with each other. And it was like, I don't think any. It was so weird. It was like putting stuff on YouTube back then was like it just it
It it,
didn't seem like it
it
was ever gonna pick up.
it,
It,
wa-
it
it
just
wasn't it wasn't what it is now. Let's talk, we'll be
yeah.
honest. Now like they've got like literally TV programs, shows and stuff on YouTube, sponsored people that get shows done and stuff like that. And I mean it's from what it was before. I mean it used to just be like, I mean, first of all, there was no clickbait back then. It was all like raw. Like here's a video of a dancing bear. And everybody'd be like, "Oh my god, it's a dancing bear!" Pass it around. They switch the link and stuff like that.
I
And
know.
so,
Well, you
so
remember? Do you remember Mythica?
yeah, of course, that's where everybody watched the
Yeah.
videos back then. That was the
I
first
mean,
YouTube.
that's like kind of it was like that was like I feel like that was like the first YouTube. It was like that was such a big platform back in the day, and I think they had a lot of stuff like coming through there, and when YouTube really picked up, it was I think Mythica just kind of dropped into the toilet.
Yeah, well, the turning point for YouTube was when Google purchased them. That kind of legitimized them, and I think
Oh
that's
yeah,
when once Google purchased them, it turned the whole thing into just. I mean, who would have guessed it would have been at where it's at right now? You know, YouTube
yeah. I
is.
mean, I remember loading up videos. God, I mean, probably like 12 years ago. I remember loading up videos on there.
Or you'd have to
On
wait for it to buffer. Remember
yeah,
buffering time? You have to wait for it to buffer. Now you can actually
yeah.
watch YouTube videos on your on your phone, stream it at like instantly, which is insane.
I
Um,
know it's crazy.
yeah,
I
when
mean, I remember like I mean when I was still releasing videos, all of a sudden they were ending up on YouTube, and I remember when they would be on YouTube, it was like who the fuck is gonna watch this? It was I just thought it was the stupidest thing ever, and it's I mean it's the platform now. It's I mean you're a YouTuber or nothing basically now.
pretty much,
So
yeah,
yeah, I
it's
mean
it's the central hub.
it's
It's the
I mean
central hub.
yeah, it's a lot different. It's just crazy. I mean, just talking to you, it's like it's crazy to like think back and just like think about how much has changed. I mean, back in the day, it was like if I wanted to share a video with someone, like I had to go to a website and I had to upload it,
They
and
had to
then I
download
had
it.
to,
They had to
yeah, and then I had to send a link to someone. They had to download it,
then they had to wait
and
for it to download. Then once they download, they had to play it. Then yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
There's been so much progress. It's so much faster, and it's really really crazy to think about. Honestly,
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Well, hey, man, I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but like, I'm pretty unfamiliar with you, but like, I
yeah.
looked at a little bit of your stuff before we talked, and I had no idea that you were involved in Status Quo.
Right, yeah, we did that project back in like 2011, and well, I don't know if you saw the video where I kind of go into with Justin Zanster, me and him go into how it was working on the Status Quo project and everything that went into it. And I mean, there's a lot of information there that I share that, like for example, like I never wanted to pick this project up, and this was bid on by this was a project that was bid on by Insane, who was a member of our group, and he came to me. I remember him. He came to me like he was so happy that he had gotten the yes from the project to do a team project for Status Quo, and I was like, man, this is a nightmare right now. This is going to be chaos because Status Quo back then was a top 8 team, and they were they were changing teammates all the time, so you couldn't really. It wasn't like straight ripping, like where we were good editors back then. We were making really good videos, so it wasn't like the straight ripping montage where they had like a stable cast members. Status Quo had 3 staple people, and after that, they cycled through their 4th players all the time. And I remember thinking to myself, this is going to be a nightmare to work on, and I said, in order for this to succeed, because this might actually, I had thought to myself, this might actually bring, if this doesn't turn out good, then this might actually make us look bad. And so I said, okay, I'll help on the project too. So it'll be me, Insane, and Zanster working on the project. And I mean, the video came out really well, I think, but it wasn't well received in the community. They all kind of mocked us, and they didn't like it. But if they knew how hard we worked on that video, I think they wouldn't be saying, they wouldn't have said half the things they said. But
Well, man, like I said earlier when we were just talking through text, my involvement in the community is from like 2004 to 2007, maybe. And I would check in every once in a while, and I saw that montage, and I remember thinking like, this, if I was back, not if I was back, if I was still involved, this is what I would want to be doing. And I remember watching that video and thinking that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed what you guys did. I don't care what anyone else thinks; they're wrong. That was a lot of fun. So
I really appreciate it. I mean, it's just I knew not to take that project from the get go. But once you have your teammate, editing teams back then were like editing. You weren't around during this time, but when editing teams picked up, where everyone started getting their hands on the plugins. And, once they got their hands on the plugins, everybody was a great editor now because they could do amazing effects and everybody would be blown away. But it was all plugin presets up until everybody figured that out. And then we had to kind of change the formula up. But what's it called? Yeah, it was it was a strange project, man.
I enjoyed it, man. I think you guys did a really good job, and that is, there's not a lot. And this is no slight to you, but I don't have a lot of, like, I don't know, maybe artillery in what I would in Halo 3 montages, So that one sticks out to me a lot. There's a lot of
it got a good.
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple other Halo 3 montages that stick out to me, but that one sticks out to me. So I remember seeing that video, and I remember just thinking, like, this is really cool. Like, from what we did back when we were kids, for this to, like, elevate to this level is really cool to see. And I think you did a really good job. And from, like, looking at all the stuff that you did, because I did look a little bit at what you did do, because I just wanted to see, And I think it was really cool, to see, like, it really has progressed, from what we did back in Halo 2 through, like, Halo 3 and whatever. It is really cool, man. So
I'll say,
congratulations to you and everyone else that worked on all those stuff and
yeah. I
hail
mean,
for
it would have been nice to win the contest, but
Oh yeah, was that in the contest?
yeah, and we entered in the competition. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
even think it got top 8.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that the duality year?
No, no, that was the second one. So
Oh,
Duality
okay.
won the first one. Um, and actually, I have a good video called Snipers United, and a lot of people sleep on this video. Um, it's a really really good video. It's a community montage that I did for everybody in the community. It's a snipers only montage, and it's absolutely beautiful montage in my opinion. Probably one of my best work, and no one ever really brings it up. Um, which is weird, but I feel
Snipers
like
United.
Snipers United, yeah, check that out.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I will, man. Yeah, I will.
what's it called? Let's talk about Mastery. No, not
Okay.
Mastery.
Oh,
What's it
Wizard.
called? Wizard.
Okay.
Wizard.
Yeah, let's do it.
How was it like working on that project with Hyena?
Yeah, man. It was a lot of fun. Hyena approached me after I had made a video. After I was telling you that video that got kind of pummeled into the ground. I made another video for someone, Blazing, and it's called Chasing Shadows.
Okay.
And Hyena came to me after that, and he was like, "I want to make a video," and I was all about it. And he had told me, Bo had told me he wanted to do something like a mastery. And so we were working on that for a very long time.
How long did you work on it?
The um, we started in December, I believe, and it was released in April.
Wow. So like
Um,
4 months, 5 months.
yeah, I mean, really, it was only waiting for him to get the clips he wanted.
Dude, that
Uh,
clip that he has with the icicle, I think that's in that montage, right?
no, that's in mastery. That's
Oh
where we,
man. I
yeah,
know
the
there's some iconic clips in Wizard though too, where he's really pushing the boundaries of everything that he does.
yeah, he had the sticky bounce off of his sniper rifle.
Oh, where he melees it, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
remember
that
that.
was
Yeah.
that was literally like one of the first clips he sent me. And so I plugged that clip into the montage before anything else that he gave me. It was literally the first clip I plugged in. He also gave me the Killtrocity on burial mounts, and I plugged that one in. I didn't even have the montage set. I was just like, these are where these two are going. That's that. And then we worked on getting everything else set up after that. I mean, God, dude, I feel for the guy. I mean, he really worked really hard on getting those clips. He told me what he was going to do, and he did it. He definitely did it. But I think it really pulled a lot out of him, because he told me like how much pressure he was getting to release this video,
Well,
and
yeah,
yeah, I mean, it was
yeah.
like he would tell me all the time, like, "Are we ready yet?" And I'm like, "No, man. Like, I mean, I'm 31 years old now, so it's like I don't have a lot of time to do this stuff anymore. So I mean, that was like 5 years ago, but um, for me to work on that, I didn't have a lot of time, but I will do anything for Bo. And if he ever wants to make another video, if you're listening, Bo, I'll do it. But yeah, it was like I don't know, like I only have so much time, and he was so nice about it, even though I know he was getting a lot of pressure from
It's
everybody.
you know what it is, man. With these videos, especially like when it comes to these montages, like you'll see like there's a reason I'm doing reaction videos, and I'm not like I had a guy ask me to edit a video for him, and he's like, "Hey, enter in the competition. You can win up to $2,000, and you're gonna, you're an old name, and people are gonna be like excited for your video, and we'll likely win, and all that stuff." And what's it called? When he said that to me, I'm like, man, like I remembered the pressure that I was under. So you weren't around for these days. The Halo 3 era, you kind of were absent for. And that's where I was most active. That was pretty much where I was active. And the reason I became an editor was because I didn't like Halo 3. I was always a big fan of Halo 2, and I didn't like the way Halo 3 felt. It felt like Halo 2 on 0.75 speed. So I said, I'll become an editor. I'll do that. And I had pretty good success. I had a lot of videos that went viral, and during the time, and I was really a lot of people derive their what I don't know if they'll admit this, but a lot of the formula to the modern montages nowadays, at least the professional, really, really, really slick professional looking ones, are derived from kind of a lot of the things that I figured out that I got from the Counter-Strike community, from watching Counter-Strike videos, because nobody else was watching those back then except me.
Yeah, man, I heard that too about you, and I mean, I, I had heard your name. It's like, and it's hard for me to say. It's like, I was really just kind of doing my own thing after I was done with that scene, and I mean, I'd pop in every once in a while because I really did care about the community and
Absolutely,
what
it's a
was
great
going on.
community.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember seeing your name around quite a bit. So uh, to see you coming back is great, and what you're doing, I really believe in, and I think that you're on the right track to do something great. I think a lot of people would like to see stuff like what you're doing. So, uh,
Well, the thing is that here's the problem with editing nowadays. It's gotten to the point where if I have to release something and it's been 10 years, and I can use the excuse of it's been 10 years, I haven't released anything in 10 years, I'm rusty or whatever. But at the end of the day, I still got to produce a high quality video. And when it comes down to it comes down to a lot of education, 3D work, and all this really, really dense information that I have to learn in order to make videos on the level that a lot of the guys are making on right now, at least for me.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
You know,
I mean, it's all like a learning process. And back in the day, it was you could really bounce ideas off of each other. And today, it's really a lot harder to do something like that. Like, my biggest influences were like Forza Will's Peridious, Titan, and so like I became really close with all of those guys, and
wow.
to have like them like be able to talk to me about like, hey, how'd you do this or how'd you do that? Like that was really cool. What was that effect? Like, what'd you use? That was really helpful back in the day. So it's a little bit harder back like right now. I
Well,
mean,
I
who's
don't know.
who's
Like,
making these videos now? No one. So
well, that's
it's
the
really
thing.
you're on
Like,
your own.
there's no views in it, man. There's no numbers in it, man. You're not gonna get noticed making Halo videos anymore. And the only thing that's gonna bring that back is if Halo Infinite is actually good. So I'm riding on this whole thing, like my whole channel's riding on the fact that Halo Infinite is gonna be good. But I mean, I don't know. It's at the end of the day, I don't know if it's gonna be good or not. But I have to. That's the video game that I'm gonna produce videos for. But I think I'm gonna do more simple editing and more smooth editing. I love your style, by the way, Halzred. I love your
Thank you.
style. It's very smooth, and it's like it's refined because you can tell that you've done this. You haven't edited for like 10 years, but you know the program, and you've had enough time to meditate on it to where you can kind of visualize a project and be like, well, maybe I can't make a 3D Spartan, do a backflip and, no scope a guy after a kill, but I can make it look really smooth and I can make it look really nice with the music and time everything really well, which, is a gift.
Yeah, that was always my thing, I guess. Like, it was like, do you rely on being able to get like some extra stuff, or do you rely on being able to basically just like make something creative? And that's kind of what I always base my videos on. It's like, and that's why I like those guys, like what I've mentioned earlier before. Peridious is a really good friend of mine, and I really bounced a lot of my ideas off of him, and because his Reign of Chaos, if you've never seen it,
I haven't seen that actually.
yeah, Reign of Chaos is my favorite montage of all time. He edited it, and when that came out, I found his AIM name, and I connected with him, and it was really helpful for me, because I think that guy is basically the best editor of all time.
Well, he paved the
And
way for everybody pretty much. He showed everybody what was capable in a Halo montage. He started doing all these neat effects and all that stuff.
yeah,
I
well,
still
I would love for you to watch this Reign of Chaos video. It was made in 2005, and when you watch it, you will be so surprised to see that this was made in 2005, because you saw Walshy's second, right?
yeah.
Yeah, this was years before Walshy's second, and this video is it was just so crazy. When I first saw it, I was just so impressed. I just could not believe that someone could do something like that. Um, and yeah, I got to be good friends with that guy. I was actually
Really?
supposed to edit Walshy's montage. That was
Wow.
yeah, I got blocked out on that. But me and Peridious were supposed to be. I made my fifth montage, and Peridious came out and he goes, "Hey, so I saw your video. While she's interested in us teaming up to make his video," and it never panned out. But I was so excited for so long, and I would keep talking to Peridious, like, "Hey,
Man,
can I please? Yeah,
Walshy's
let
like
me
my
get in on
favorite
this."
player, bro. Walshy's my favorite player.
Yeah, I met Dave a couple times. He's a really nice guy. He's
He always
awesome.
seemed like a really nice guy. He always seemed like a kind guy.
Yeah, I played with him a couple times in some lands actually.
But
He was always.
that's so
I'm sorry.
cool that you actually met, well, you met Peridious, who's like the godfather of all Halo editing, Halo montages, and then you also got to play with Walshy, who is the godfather of, Halo, the Halo
Yeah,
series as far as professional goes. One of the
yeah,
best players of all time.
in those MLGs. I was really close with those pros. I was really close with Talent. I don't know if you saw my montage I made for Talent, but I was really close with Talent, and Talent got me a pro pass one year. It was pretty funny, and I think it was in Orlando actually. Talent got me a pro pass, and so They have a lounge at all the MLG events just for the pros, and there's 8 TVs set up just for the pros to play on LAN, and they play FFA nonstop. And so it's 8 players, FFA, 4 TVs, back to back, like side to side. And so I would go in there and go play with all the pros all the time on LAN, and it was like the coolest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I play with like the Ogre Twins. I play with like Walshy. I mean, anyone you would think about. I'd
Wow.
be there with like Tyler. Like it was like, and it was so much fun, man. Thinking back on those days, it was a good time, man. Yeah, I wish those things were still going on. I wonder what those guys are doing. I really haven't kept up with any of them.
Yeah, I mean it's you know well Halo has been going downhill from what I heard. Since Halo Reach, it hasn't been the same. So unfortunately,
Yeah,
the competitive
I
scene
tried.
is pretty much
I remember trying out. I tried out Halo Reach, and that was fun. It felt a lot like Halo 2, a lot closer than Halo 3 did. But yeah, I mean, I remember when Halo 3 came out, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was 17 at the time when that Halo 3 came out, and I was just that was it for me. I was done. I was like, this is stupid. I don't like it. This is awful.
well. That's
You know?
that's that's what happened. Well, it wasn't. Well, I disliked Halo 3. I will be honest with you. I disliked Halo 3. It was a very sluggish game. The only way that you could get it to play real cool was the way Hyena played in Mastery, which is by setting the reticule speed to like max, so that you
Yeah,
could get those quick
yeah.
scopes.
But
But
goddamn, who's gonna play like that? I mean,
yeah,
goddamn.
exactly. I couldn't play Halo 2 like that, so like I'm definitely not gonna be able to play Halo 3 like that. But
Yeah,
I think that was what kind of turned me off about. And then all the new things that they brought into the game, all the the balls that drained your energy and all the
yeah. I
health
mean, you know what
things.
I would say about that game? It was fucking stiff.
What do
It
you
was
mean?
just the most stiff game. It was just like when you. I mean, I'm a Halo 1 guy. Like
Right.
I was always. But I mean, I played a lot of Halo 2, but I've always been a Halo 1 guy. And when I played Halo 2, I hated it. At first, I was just like, God damn it, this is so stupid. Why are
And
they
then you
changing
find out those
everything?
glitches.
Yeah, but then I mean, but the glitches took a while, so it was like, I mean, that was like a year and a half to find those glitches, like
True,
literally.
true, yeah.
But I stuck with it, and I was like, all right, I like this game. This game's cool. But with Halo 3, it was like, damn, when it came out, it was like, uh, I think I have better things to do. You know what I mean? It was just it was a dumb game, and I hated it, and still don't like it. But
Yeah, it's
you
it's
know,
it's weird because like a lot of people like that's where I had all my success pretty much in Halo 3. And a lot of people find it weird that like I think a lot of people actually wanted to play with me, but I never played it because I hated the game. And I
yeah,
never told people that just because, well, first of all, they never asked, but people ask.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
like, hey, why don't you like, you ever think about playing with us sometime? Like, yeah, I don't
yeah.
want to play. I'd always say find some excuse, but I didn't like the game, dude. I was not a big fan of the game.
I
So
remember like I wanted to like the game. That's the thing. It was like I wanted to like it, so I like kind of forced myself to play it. You know what I mean? But
you
like,
missed the theater mode. That's what you missed because the
well,
theater
that's what
mode
I thought.
opened up
God,
everything, the doors
and
to
you're
everything.
and you're reminding me of something. I remember talking to Peridious when they announced Halo 3, and I said, dude, we are gonna make the best videos of all time. And neither of us made Halo 3 videos.
What Peridious made one.
He
Um,
did?
yeah, 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 yeah. He made it's
No
actually
way.
like this is what I love about this video that Peridius made. He didn't make a full video. He made a trailer called Eve of War. Have you heard of it?
No.
I'll link it to you. It's
Yeah, I
called
would love to see that.
Eve of War, and it's absolutely it's a flawless trailer. It's one of the best trailers I've seen. And in the video, he's the first like he did something that like blew everybody's mind. Like in the video,
Really?
he's got these angles that are panning back in one direction or panning sideways.
Oh, I bet
And
he did fucking crazy shit. I mean, I know what he's capable of.
dude, I mean, it took me forever to figure out how he did that effect because I was really proud when I figured it. figured out how he did that effect, because I was like, oh my god, it's so simple. Like how, like, because everybody was scratching their heads how he did this effect. He had the Spartans all in the same. He had Spartans fading in and out all in the same clip. And what he
Wow.
did, how he did that effect, I'll give it away, is he got the same angle in the theater mode, which must have taken forever because
And then faded him.
and then faded him in and out, which is such a simple effect, but it's so genius because nobody could figure out how you did that. Everyone was scratching
That's
their heads
cool.
over it. Yeah, it
He's
was.
a genius, man. He's
Yeah,
a
he's
genius, and
absolutely.
he is my hero. He is my hero. Like
Is he
for
still working
editing,
for MLG?
I don't know, man. I haven't talked to Peridious in probably like 13 years, to be
Oh
honest with
wow.
you. Yeah, we were close back in the day, but yeah, I mean, it's
For
like,
ours, our god was basically like our Peter Jackson was Zola. You remember Zola?
I'm very close with Zola. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
love Zola.
James is pretty much the crisp of the cream of the crop, basically. Like when it comes to Halo editors, he had the best Halo 3 montages. Straight Rippon montage, which has like 2.5 million views back in 2009, which means it must have. Which if you think about it now, that must be like 50 to 100 million views now. Um, and he had Legacy, which doesn't have a lot of views, but is the best Halo montage I think ever made. So,
Yeah,
um,
I mean, I was talking to him regularly for a while. I haven't talked to him in a while, but yeah, I mean, I mean, I don't mean to humble brag again, but I guess I had enough clout to come back and then talk to Zola, and Zola was like, "Yeah, I love you," and then really we built a relationship together. But yeah, I'm like I talk to him on Instagram every once in a while.
yeah,
Um,
dude, pass me his Instagram so I can hit him up because I lost his number, and he was really nice to me, man. I was down in the dumps. I mean, I don't know if you've watched some of the videos concerning like what has been happening in my life in the last 10 years has not been very very fun for me. So just these last couple years have been a lot better because I got off of drugs and stuff like that, and
yeah,
I'm in recovery and everything. So, um, but yeah, it's been tough, man, and
well, you're
yeah,
bouncing back well, and yeah, I mean, I would love to give you Zola's info. I text him every once in a while, and he's always happy to talk to me.
I think he's gonna be
He's
happy to
on to bigger
hear.
and better things right now.
Oh,
But yeah,
absolutely, yeah. I think he'd be happy to hear from me just to make sure that I'm okay. Because I think every time I hit him up, there was something wrong with me. I was like, "Hey man, cheeseburgers taste better than pickles, man.
yeah.
Hey Zola, what are you up to, man? Hey Renzo, you all right, man? Like, dude, I don't know where I'm at, man. I'm on the expressway smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the fun. Yeah, I think that there was this one time I called Zola like just randomly on the expressway and just I don't even know what I said to him, but after that I don't know why like I deleted his number. I was like I don't know what got into me. I was like, oh, he's never gonna want to talk to me again. Like
Oh, yeah.
like that
I'm
must
sure
have
he'd be
freaked him
fine.
out.
Yeah. You know what, dude? If Furion, if you're listening, I know you remember this, but it was years and years ago, and I was, in a troubled part of my life, and I called Furion at like 3 in the morning my time, and I told him about some stuff that I did, and dude, he hung on to that phone call for a long time. It was pretty interesting. And I was just like, yeah, man, I did this and this and this. And he's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, man, so I just wanted to talk to someone. And he goes, cool, sounds good. And I was like, all right,
That
man.
sounds like him. He's
Yeah.
he's he's a nice guy, man. He's a really nice guy, bro.
Oh, yeah, he
Furion,
is.
Furion and Zola and Peridious are actually all three of those guys. Those guys are pretty much my idols, and one of them would be you too because you had gotten me into
Oh,
montages. You're like a legend to me. Like speaking to you is an absolute honor.
I mean, gosh, man, I appreciate that, man. Every time I hear that, it just seems so crazy to me. It's like my wife is actually out here right now, and I was telling her like, yeah, I mean, I'm going to talk to someone that wants to talk about Halo with me, and she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, she knows a little bit about what I did, and she goes, well, what are they going to talk about? I'm like, well, I guess from some stuff that happened like 16 years ago. And I've lived more of a life now from when I was doing this stuff than I am now. So it's very weird to talk about it, but I really enjoy the stuff that you're doing. It's like I I love that stuff, man. It's like it made me so happy back then. So to watch you like watching stuff, and really to watch anyone watching that stuff and enjoying it makes me happy. So um, yeah, I was really happy to talk to you today. Really.
Absolutely, man. It's been an absolute honor to talk to you, Halzred. You're more than a legend. You're an icon, really. You're you're a staple member of the community and somebody that has been here from the get go, who knows a whole bunch of very very talented people who've had an impact on a community that a lot of people really probably don't know a lot about, but is a fairly large community. You know, before we say goodbye, I just want to say this one part. This will make you laugh. I think I remember I went into the lobby one day, and this was when my videos were popular. I had just released a couple videos, and they got a few 100,000 views, and I went into the lobby and I was playing with my friend, and they were like, "Hey, look, it's Past the Word. Hey, man, dude, I seen your videos." I was like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And then like we played, and they totally owned us. They totally wrecked us, and they were like, "Bro, you suck, man." I'm like, "Hey, man, yo,
Yeah,
I just edit the game, man. I don't play, man." Like,
I've been through that so many times. It's awful. I mean, I got back in Halo 2. I'd be in the lobby, and I'd be on my regular. I used to have different gamer tags back then, so I would have like my regular gamer tag that I would play with my friends, that said Halzred, and then I would show up at a lobby, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, are you the real Halzred?" And I'd just be like, "Yeah." And it'd be late at night, and I'd just get smoked, and it would just be awful, and they'd be like, "Oh, you suck, Halzred, you're the worst," and I'd be like, "Yeah, whatever," and then they'd post it on H2F or something,
yeah,
and just be
exactly.
like, "Halzred's awful."
Then they go and you see their pose like, "Hey, I played with Halzred yesterday. I played with
I
PTW
remember.
yesterday."
Oh
It was
my God!
absolutely awful.
This just reminded me of the worst story ever. I back in the days when there was like huge LAN tournaments. We had like a huge LAN tournament in Colorado, and it was actually the company that sent me out to Anaheim. But anyway, we went up there and played in this tournament, and they were throwing it. It was at some strip mall, and I was like, yeah, I'll go. And I played with these dudes that lived out here in Colorado with me. And, excuse me. And I was like, yeah, let's go play. We'll probably win. And we got to, like, no, we won. Yeah, we actually won. I think we won like $200 between the four of us. So it was awesome for a 15-year-old. But I met these kids, and they were like, "Hey, like, we're these guys. These are our gamer tags." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, what's up?" And they're like, "What's your gamer tag?" And I was like, "Halzred." And they're like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, we've never heard of you." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, cool. Whatever."
Yeah.
And then we went on to win the tournament or whatever. And I never saw that kid again through the whole day. So it was super weird. And then I went home, and then the next day, the next morning, I woke up, and there was just a post that said, "Halzred is a douche."
Wow.
And I just read this post. It was the kid that I talked to, and he goes, he's a douche. He was so mean to me. He wouldn't even talk to me. I was just like, God damn it. That's awful. Like,
Oh,
I didn't
that
even know
sucks,
what to
dude.
say.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
That was kind of how it went back in the day. It was like,
Sometimes,
um, it
oh,
was just
sorry, go ahead.
people being mean. It was like no reason for people to be mean, but people wanted to just be mean back then.
Sometimes I wonder if people think that about me, like, because I have like people who like. Sometimes I get like messages from people, like who I'm close with, and they tell me like, yeah, this guy really like hated you back then, man. You were like, you were really mean to him, and I'm like, what? I don't remember being mean to anybody, man. I remember
I know. Yeah,
responding to all
it's like,
the
what are you talking
all
about?
the AIM messages, everything. I responded to everything that everyone sent my way and talked to everybody. I mean, I'm not going to respond to all those comments on the videos. They're like thousands of comments, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
know. No, I know. I mean, I had that same thing. It's like like I was saying earlier, it's like a lot different to do those videos back in the day. And you would have, I mean, like at least with like YouTube, you had like a controlled area to like talk to everyone that had a
true.
opinion.
Yeah.
Um, but when it was back on a forum, god damn, that was tough. People had very strong opinions back then, and being a teenager, I would always think that I had to comment on every single one of them, and so it got a little messy for a while, but I learned to just not really care about what people thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, Halzred, it's been an absolute honor having you on here. Um, well, that's that's a wrap. Um, that was good, man. I really enjoyed our chat, man.
Anytime you want to talk, man, you just let me know.
Yeah, we can do it. I'd love to do a part two. And get you on another episode. Like after, I'm gonna get Hyena on after this, and then after that, I want to see if I can get somebody else from before, and then we could get you on again. How's that
Fuck
sound?
yeah. Yeah, that sounds great, man. Yeah, get Bo on. Bo is the best person I know.
Dude, thank you for
Sounds
coming
good.
on. Thank you for doing this, man. I
Sounds
gotta let
good.
you go, brother.
All right, man. Good
Have a good
talking to
one.
you. Later.